All right, Battleboxers, I hope your summer is going awesome. I just got my latest Pro Plus box in the mail. Actually, I have not seen any spoilers for this one, so I'm pumped. Let's open this thing up and see what we got this month. What's up, guys? Eric here with That Home in the Future, and I'm back with another Battlebox unboxing. The OG subscription box, survival, outdoor stuff, all sorts of random gear. Still definitely one of the coolest sub boxes out there. If you're unfamiliar with this subscription, somehow this comes in 4 different flavors. There's a basic box. On the cheaper end, it goes all the way up to Pro Plus, which is what we unbox on this channel. That always has something sharp and cool in it. Anyway, if you want to get this subscription for yourself, you can follow the link on the screen or down in the description and save yourself a little bit of money. So this is kind of a bigger box right here, but it's light. So I'm very, very curious. And like I said, I think I saw one item, but I haven't seen all of them. So I'm very curious about what's in this month's box. I think it may be Mission 125, not sure. Let's open it up. Ooh, all right. So that's the one big item I did see. And let's see, okay, we've got our mission brief right here. Let's open it up, see what the theme is. Fallback ready, all right. Whether it's a blackout, backcountry blowout, or just a bad day gone worse, every item is built to keep you going. I love it. All right, let's go through. Like I mentioned, you got a basic, advanced, ooh, seeing cool stuff. A Pro and Pro Plus. I'm liking it, guys. All right, I'm gonna pull all this out so we can look at it one item at a time. Here we go. All right. Lots of goodies. Excited about this. So let's flip over here to basic. We're gonna start with something from Dark Energy. Makes super, super cool, like ultra rugged power banks is mostly what I've known them for, but apparently this is like a souped up USB-C cable, I think. And USB-C cables are kind of quirky. You can go on Amazon and get cheapo ones, but it's weird. Some of them don't charge to a high speed. Some don't transfer data. There's like all sorts of rules and stipulations with these, but it looks like this is a pretty solid one. This is a power delivering cable. Let's see if there's anything to know here. Rated for over 50,000 bins, that's a lot. Sub-zero flexibility, water resistance, tangle-free design. I do love it. I wonder if this is the actual paracord, which looks like it is 30 feet of it. So in a survival situation, you got your phone cable, need some cordage, you can probably chop into this thing. You can pick up another cable later down the line. But let's open this up and see what this thing looks like. This thing is big, beefy, and burly. And it actually is a lot more pliable than I thought it'd be. I thought it'd be kind of stiff. Sometimes these paracord accessories are really, don't have a lot of give to them, I guess. But yeah, this thing looks great. And actually, you know, the cable connectors themselves are thin enough they can actually slide in some phone cases. A lot of those, sometimes if you have a pretty thin or a thick cover on your phone, sometimes these little ends are so beefy you can't get that through to actually charge a device. So I do like that. Pretty cool. Ultra rugged cable, into that. All right, next up, something I don't think you're gonna see in any other subscription box out there. We have ThyroSafe potassium iodide tablets, and I'll be honest, a few years ago, all the Russia and Ukraine stuff started going down. I was like, oh man, here we go, World War III, gonna use all my Battlebox stuff. Actually ordered some thyroid tablets like this on Amazon, which they're in like short supply then. You couldn't find them anywhere. I had to go to like a, not even a third-party seller, like a fourth-party seller and find some that are a little bit, maybe the redneck brand, I don't know. But anyway, these are typically the most sought-after brand as far as I know. The whole idea is you take these in a situation where you may be exposed to radiation, and they're supposed to keep your thyroid safe for a short period of time, which I believe is one of the main ways that you can actually catch like radiation-related sickness and cancers and stuff like that. So this is supposed to help a little bit. Probably want enough of this for all your family, but this is the type of thing I like to see in Battlebox because it's actually something that could really save your butt one day. So definitely dig that. And then next up from Mad Gear, we have a Contingency Planner Filled package. Not really sure what this is. Okay, so this looks like just kind of a specialized notebook. I'm guessing built around, like it says, contingency plans. So this is to provide families or small groups the necessary framework required for coordinated action when crap hits the fan. So you got all sorts of stuff in here, places to meet, really just kind of like a field guide for all this stuff. Wow, make an exfil plan. This is like legit, real deal stuff. A cipher table. All right, so this is actually really, really fun. So the hope is, that's cool, there's a digital one too, I dig that. You can probably print more of these, I would guess. The hope is you never need something like this, but the reality is, with just the way the world is, it's probably smart to have something like this for your family. So that's a cool addition to the box that I would not have expected. So really interesting basic box there this month. All right, next up from Tactica, we've seen some stuff from them in the past, but I don't think I've seen like a folding knife. I'm not sure, this is like a search and rescue knife with a blunt edge, okay. So it says it's a Good Design Award winner. That's interesting. You can see all the specs back here. 420C stainless steel. It's got a chisel tip on it, serrated edge. Really cool looking belt attachment and everything there. Okay, I'm gonna try to get this thing out here. Let's take a look at it. Tactica always has this really nice packaging. So we got a big foam insert here. Pop that out. Let's see, it is locked in. Twist lock sheath. All right, so, oh, that's cool. Yeah, haven't seen that. You literally just kind of pivot the blade and it pops out. Okay, so while we have it out, let's take a look at this thing. We've got all sorts of thick jimping all along the edges here. We have a serrated edge, we have a standard edge there. Not super, super sharp, but a little bit. We got some cord cutting spots down here. It kind of reminds me of an arrowhead, that's neat. And the chisel tip is nice because you could probably use it to pry some stuff. You're typically not supposed to with a knife because it really knocks the tip off these things. Let's see if I can get this back in and twist again. I do like that. Lots of ways to lash it down. Little belt holster thing. That's actually a pretty cool advanced box knife. Very interesting. I haven't actually seen anything on the market like that. Let's see if I missed anything. It is D2 steel, titanium coating, all right. D10 handle, cool. That's actually, in my mind, a really great truck or car knife too. If you throw something in the glove box, just because it's so versatile, there's a ton of different ways you can use that. I'm into it. Okay, very cool. So next up, the thing I'm the most curious about, I saw pictures of this online, kind of spoiled for me, and I'm kind of interested in the like old school meets new school kind of aesthetic of this thing. So it's a bare bones railroad lantern, 325 lumens on high, 100 hours on low, USB rechargeable, water resistant. Let's get this thing out of here and take a quick look at it. All right, so Bare Bones is a brand, I think I've seen them on Huckberry. This thing is like all tied up in here. It looks like we got a big fat battery pack down there. That's interesting. For the sake of time, looking at this, I'm just gonna, I guess, leave it on the cardboard here, but like I mentioned, that kind of like old school with new tech kind of aesthetic is their thing. So you've got like this turn mechanism here, but I'm guessing, yeah, it feels like it changes the brightness and everything. The little LED things in here. It looks like filaments. It looks like the standard filaments. And this is, I guess that may be actual glass there because it's got a little heft to it. Let me see what it says. I don't think I saw at a quick glance. You do have a hanging mechanism up here at the top. We've got the compartment down there to put your battery in. Let's see what kind of USB it is. Oh, great. It is actually USB-C too. I was expecting micro USB. Sometimes with cool stuff like this, that's the area they cheap out on, but it is micro USB. We've got, let's see, probably a charging cable or something down in here. Battery was easy enough to pull out. You can take a look at that. Then we do have a charging cable here, USB-C, but USB-A on the other end. So probably with most of the chargers you already have, you can plug that in there. Pretty cool. Man, later on I'm gonna have to get this thing out and plug it up, charge it up, and see how it looks. I'm very, very curious about that. Dig the old school vibes. I feel like it's a piece of technical gear that my wife would actually let me like leave out somewhere in case we need it during a blackout or something, so I dig that. All right, last but not least, we got what looks to be a sick little EDC knife from Luft Concepts. We have the BXTR folder, D2 steel, G10 handle. Looks like a liner lock. Let's open this thing up. I'm not familiar with that brand. Sometimes Battlbox gives us those hidden gems. Let's see. All right, so look at this. Cool blacked out insert there. Basically, EDC knives are sharp. Watch out for it. I dig kind of the paper packaging. Let's see. I'm already digging the size of this thing. Cool. All right, so this says, I think it says G10 scales. It has a very, to be honest, like a very micarta vibe to it. Not a deep carry clip, but a very cool clip. We've got a flipper on the back. We got a nice back spacer. Ooh, it's smooth. All right, it's got like a much longer and deeper blade than I expected. Nice belly to it. Got a nice little thumb hole there, jimping along the back. Even a choil up here where you can kind of choke down on it some. Very evenly weighted. Let's check out that liner lock real quick. Ooh, very smooth. Wow. Nice pivot. I don't think it's on bearings or anything. It may just be on washers and it's just very smooth. And even with that thumb hole there, very smooth and to open. Man, I may actually like that better than the flipper. That feels great. This thing is a winner, guys. Yeah, look at that, like that fall shut. I guess watch out if you're actuating the lock with the blade edge down. If you did it that way, the pivot is so loose in a good way, which I typically like. Typically with like that axis lock style looseness to it. But the action is so smooth on it. Just really dig that. Really no badging, got a tiny bit. I'm guessing that's a Luft Concepts brand kind of lasered onto the blade there. Let's see. Ooh yeah, very sharp, nice and sharp. I'm telling you, I know this is supposed to be G10, but it really feels like kind of a worn micarta edge to me. Really digging it. All right, this is one of my favorite blades that Battlbox has sent in a while. Really nice flipper too, love the choil. It feels like it'd disappear in your pocket. Just the right weight, just the right size. For me, you may have big meaty mitts. I do not. I've said that a bajillion times in this channel, but I really dig this thing. And I can tell that that lock is so smooth. I feel like I'm gonna chop into my hand here just from messing with this. That's gonna be hard to sit on the couch and not take this out of my pocket and mess around with it because it's very smooth. All right, I love everything about that. Very cool box this month. Reminds me of kind of like the classic Battlbox with some really out there but practical items. So definitely dig that. So we've got the Luft Concepts BXTR folder. We've got a railroad lantern. We've got 2 knives. We've got the Tactica K220 search and rescue knife. We got contingency planner, potassium iodide tablets, and a dark energy cable. Really digging that. Again, if you want to get the subscription for yourself, you can follow the link on the screen or down in the description and save yourself a little bit of money. If you're into survival, adventure, outdoor gear at all, this is a very, very cool subscription I think you'll have a ton of fun with, so definitely check it out. All right, guys, that's it for this month's unboxing. As always, if you dug the video, be sure to hit the like button because it helps the channel out a ton, and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. I'll see you guys next time.